If you look at the proposition we have, and the reason to we carved out the 4 business area I was talking about, is that we have a very strong position in many markets around the world in these areas. If we're not number 1, we are a very strong number 2. And if you look at the combination of the proposition we have, going to India for instance, there are no one having that scope or width and portfolio. That means that, as Sandeep said earlier today, it's a one-stop shop really, which means that we can actually deal with a number of the challenges that the banks have or the retailers have. We can talk about physical security, we can talk about entrance control, we can talk about electronic security, and that is the difference that makes the difference. So we're not only a product supplier, we're actually a full system supplier. Traditionally, out of our 4 business areas where we focus, we have traditionally been very strong in the bank and the secure storage area in India, and now we're stepping up activities into the infrastructure investments that will come in entrance control and also in electronic security, particularly when it comes to the global services. Well, I've said several times today that the Indian market is the 5th biggest market in the group today. With the current growth rate, it will be number 4 in March next year, and it will soon be the 2nd biggest market in the group. Today the biggest single market in the group is France, and France is a little bit more than 20% of the turnover. It might take a few years more for India to come to that level. You see differences in all sectors, in buildings, in infrastructure, in security, whatever it is. And you can say, okay, is there a role model that we would like to implement all over the world? I'm not sure about that, because local adaptation is also very important. And therefore you have to be very careful in measuring the standard of Indian investments in security compared to Germany or France or the UK or United States, because I'm not sure that it will work perfect in India, because you have to have local adoptions. Currently we started up an investment plan some months back where we're now investing around 2.5 million euros. Translate that into local currency, but around 2.5 million euros. It's both extension of building and machinery. And this will take the capacity in the Halol factory. It will increase with 75%. And on the top of that, we need to carefully monitoring the future, because with the growth rate we have, the opportunities available, we have to be on top and ahead of the next phase of development. The good news is that we have plenty of land. We have good opportunities for funding, so if we need to increase even more, we can do it. If you take India specifically, you have 2 drivers which I think are very strong in India. The first one, extremely fast growing economy now, with a lot of needs coming out of that growth when it comes to infrastructure investments, when it comes to expanding of bank branches, gold loan activities and things like that, which is a strong driver for our business. But there is another element in India as well. You have had significant problems with terrorism and attacks, which has caused problems over the years. And of course that has to be taken very seriously, and with improved technology, improved opportunities to implement better solutions from a security point of view, that's a strong driver for the business on a local scale as well.